Okay, let's get past these advertisements. Okay. We're looking at no subs. Okay. So, we're looking at. Alright. Let's remember that this situation is what we are trying to fix. Okay. So, this is a nearly 5,000 range attack. Okay. Let's see. Get myself in a more comfortable position to do this. All right. Here is. Damn it, I lost it. Okay. We are looking at. We are looking at 8 million. We're looking at about 28.5 million troops. Okay. And you had 17,000 troops reinforcing. Okay. Let's see who was in there. I was not, because I'm sitting out of battlefields, because I need to. I don't help being in there. We've discussed that. I listen to y'all. You will notice that without me, gotta love Tot, there is your top 5 as far as march size, as far as PvP buffs, and so you need lethal in there. Let's see what she brought. Okay, we are working on her ground attack march blazons right now, and we're working on getting those generals up to level 42, her Monarch to level 42, and other things. And she really didn't do too bad. Okay. Now you took. Okay, first let's see what they threw at you. Okay, level 47 premium generals, T15s. Free general ascended, premium general assist, T16s. Okay. And, alright. Okay, then. Same story there, without T16. Okay, so the Trial of Knights General plus. Okay. All level 45. Okay, good. And marches were put together good. Okay, so. You do not have T15 Siege. You have a T15 ground layer, which Lethal does not have yet. We need those buffs up before we build it. They did great. Okay. You had ghosted a good chunk of your T15 and T14 mounts. Good. Which you have a good habit of doing. Okay. And so your siege was taken out, it looks like. Okay, you weren't left with a lot of siege, or high tier siege, it don't look like. So the majority of your defense on top of that. Yes. Okay. So you have, and we're going to compare. All right. You have more here and more here than she does. Okay. Less here. All right. And this is, let's make sure, nothing below traps. So you did that without subs. Okay. You did this without subs. And you did this with your, well, let's just take a look at, oh, damn it. I gotta do it again. You did this with those re-ins. Okay. Let's take a look at right there. Nagard killed almost 7 million troops. Okay, Nagesh did over 1 million troops. Lethal got almost 1 million troops grand total. Go down, yeah. And then Paco got okay, over 3 million troops. So that's 10 million troops your reinforcements did. Okay. So you need her there, and you need her stronger, which is what we're discussing. And you did this without subs. So let's go down to where you used your subs. Okay. Okay, you needed 1 reinforcement with your subs, and okay, down there at the bottom you did use your subs, so I don't have to look. Right there, for those that don't know, right there, if you see those numbers, she had subs in there. If you don't see them, either all of her sub troops are dead or she didn't use her subs. Okay. Okay, this is something else we need to fix, and we're working on it. Okay. Right there. Right here. You have a 46 Monarch level. She has a 41. Things we need to fix. Okay. You also have premium wall gens, which she does not possess yet. Okay. Here are the differences. Now let's look at this. Okay. You were hit with nearly 4,000 range attacks, so you have this. All right. Okay. And damn it. Okay. You were hit with 23 million troops. Okay. 23 million troops. Okay. So, let's go to this. Okay. Again, lower Monarch level. Several, and we're working on that. We've almost got her to 42. So we're working on that. Something we need to fix. Okay. Now, This situation is what started the whole conversation that brought me into it, and focus and bankruptcy and all this other stuff. Okay, that situation is what we're trying to fix. Okay. Well, okay. This here and this here are either approaching or higher than what you have. So that has been what we have done. Now, this is 33.2 billion, doesn't really tell me anything. Okay, this keep marched by itself $9.3 million troops. That is a K-45 or bigger. So it is a ground attack, so this is a bit... Okay. Those high-tier troops didn't do all that well because, well, they're not decked out like we're trying to establish here. But this situation is holding up, not getting zeroed. So we've done well there. Notice level 49 generals and T-16 troops. Take a minute to look at that. So definitely a K-45 plus. And what was I going to look at? Oh, yes. Okay, so in an SVS, you don't want her to take this hit because she gives up a lot of points. Okay, in SVS, most of the time, what happens if she goes over, that big ugly fucker hits her and takes a lot of points. So she's not participating in SVS right now until we fix this. All right. So let's go to that was with reinforcements. It was still a loss. What am I wanting to look at? Oh, yes. Okay. This situation right now is good, and we're still improving on it, but this situation right here is the problem. Okay. And let's see. Here's where the points loss is coming from. Right here. That's where the whole shebang is. Okay. So I think it's pretty clear from right here what this keep needs that you have and she doesn't. Is there anybody that doesn't understand the differences here? We're working on her defense. We need to improve her defense. That's the whole point of this. That's the discussion. Thank you, Neff, for the comparison. Danke schön. Okay.